Hey guys, it's Woody again. I know I haven't made a video in a while, but I just want to try to make a quick one. Let's see. Last few days I have seen Mount Hood going through Oregon, and it was freaking awesome. I didn't actually get to go to it, but when I was driving I got to see it from a distance, and you know, I got stuck in traffic. It was Memorial Day weekend, but luckily I had a good view, right? So I had that in front of me. I had like a river to the right of me and just trees everywhere. It was beautiful. I saw the Devil's Slide, kind of out of the corner of my eye. It's bugging me. And that was pretty cool. I don't know if that's like a man-made thing or if that was just naturally like that, but that's definitely cool. And I got to see Lake Shasta. I think I'm saying that right. That was freaking awesome. That I would actually like to go on that lake, you know, even though it's in California, but it looked freaking sweet, beautiful. But what I wanted to make my video on is, you know, being in California, supposedly California is in a drought right now. And I say supposedly because I've been driving in California today for about 5 hours or so. That's just driving, okay? And I see nothing but crops, orchards, and endless fields of water. I'm talking like for probably a good 2 hours, I saw irrigated fields, and not just along the road on both sides, but as far as the eye can see on both sides. I'm talking the water everywhere, water. Okay. They just built a $43 million water park that is going down the drain, so to speak, because within the first 90 minutes of it opening, they had a kid fall off of one of the slides, and they closed down 3 of 6 of their slides. So half of their water park is basically down. So there's water that's doing nothing as far as the environment and things like that. And California has this law where you can't collect rainwater because of the drought, which is a ridiculous law to me for a number of reasons. Okay, so it's illegal to catch rainwater that falls on your roof onto your ground on your property because California needs it. But what are you gonna do with it? If it's falling off of my roof onto my lawn, what are you gonna do with it? It's already gone, it's in the ground. Okay, well, that spot of the ground might not get water. Well, if you build a platform made of wood with little slats in it, the water is gonna get there. It's gonna get there. So here's my other quarrel with that law. Okay, California, you have citizens. Your citizens are in a drought. Your citizens need water. Why not let your citizens collect water that falls naturally from the sky to use however they want to? Or, because we all know the government likes money, why don't you let your citizens collect that rainwater and buy it from them? if you need the water that badly, why don't you offer to buy it from them? Because I'm sure there are citizens out there that would love to sell you some water. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But I don't even live in California, and I'm like this heated about this whole drought thing. If you want to see a drought, why don't you go to Lake Mead? Because when I lived in Boulder City, there was no white line. That white line from, you know, you got the mountains that are nice and brown like a rock is supposed to be, and then there's this white line from where the water used to be. Okay, now I went out there, I don't know, last year, and I've kind of seen it in pictures and stuff, but I actually went out there last year, and it was freaking sad. You want to talk about a drought? That's a drought. You're talking Lake Mead is down, I don't know what the numbers are, like 150, 300 feet. And that's a whole lake. There are islands there that were not there when I was a kid because the water is down so much, and you got these rocks that are exposed, and they're like full islands, you know? Yeah. People might say, oh, well, that's where California gets its water. Well, then California's not in a drought. Nevada's in a drought. How about that? Anyway, yeah, I got my antenna installed. I got to see the Brooks terminal. It's kind of like a culture shock as far as May terminals. It's like there's buildings everywhere, and there's, I think, 3 or 4 shops, like different shops for different stuff, and I don't know, man, it was crazy. It was cool. It was huge. They got the brand new Freightliners over there just sitting waiting, plastic still in the seats, waiting for somebody to get in it. Hint, hint. Anyway, yeah, California, people who live in California, I am sorry you have to deal with this. But there's some people who like the way things are run here. That's fine, I guess. But I don't know, man. Over water, I can see if you're taking it from a establishment or one of these little water treatment plants, and like stealing their water that you know provides for the city. No, this is nature provides it. It's nature. And yeah, so breathe the air while you can, because it might be illegal next year.